It's going.
Okay, we are really close to the Ford dealer here in Baltimore, Maryland. Picking up that F-150 Tremor. My daughter wants to be part of it, and guess what she's driving back home? It ain't the F-150 Tremor. It's the F-350 Tremor right here, what I'm driving right now. This is like her favorite vehicle to drive to school. Yeah, you heard that. She drives it to school. It's a lot of truck for a young lady, but she seems to be able to handle it pretty good. We're driving the F-350. You know, it's so easy to call this Tremor truck an F-250 because I think that's probably the more common package, not the F-350 package. Could be wrong in that, but be good to see some production numbers. So here we are. And do they have the truck out front? Which that ain't it. That's the Tuscany FTX package, which will pay a bloody fortune for that. So they're supposed to have it clean up and sitting out front, but do they? Probably not. Now, if you look around here, oh, I doubt anything. So what's interesting, if you go to car dealerships these days, it's basically used inventory. The used inventory is more than the new inventory. That's where the market is. All right, here it is, the 2021 Ford Tremor. You're telling me I'm the first guy in Maryland to get one. F-150, that is. We'll find that out here shortly. Tremor F-150 there. This is pretty cool. The accents on the grill, tow hooks. Even the interior has the Tremor theme. Pretty cool. Look at the seats. Pretty neat. Wow. Look at this. Look at the door. Look at the doors right here. Trimmed out. Really neat. Right here. I like that. I like that. Gold. It's like gold.
I like it. It looks really nice.
Yeah, that is awesome. Look at that. Tremor theme all over the place. Got the twin panel. Look up top there. Nice. Now here's, all right, turn it off. All right, so now this supposedly has an automatic lift tailgate, and we're all puzzled right now on how to make it work. And I'd be willing to bet that you have to go inside and hit a feature on the settings in the truck. So like my Chevy Silverado I had, 2019, you just push a button on the tailgate release and it would automatically lift up. And so we don't know right about that. Now check out the exhaust. This kind of reminds me of the Raptor, but does it give you the Raptor, deep exhaust? Let's listen. So yeah, it's a little tamer. That's interesting how it starts up. It kind of gets a little more throaty. So not too bad. But it's not the Raptor exhaust for sure. Nice package. So these are 275 70 R18 tires. It's got the upgraded supposedly shocks on it. This has an upgraded fuel tank, and it has the trailer tow package, which I don't know what exactly that means, if it's an upgraded higher capacity. I'll have to check that out. This is the Oxford White. Has the surround camera view for you. I really like the gold accent. All right, let's check out the interior. I really like the keyless entry. That's really helps out a lot when you don't have your keys with you and you got to get in your truck. Just now, come on inside, all this new technology, which here is the lay down shifter, which you just push this button here. Okay, I'm surprised that comes up. Is that actually turned the truck on now? So it's got the power steering wheel. has your power seats. Doesn't have the motion, you know, massaging seat, which you'd have to get like the King Ranch or the Platinum. I really like this. This thing has a 561 mile range for the fuel, which that's really cool. Look at the size screen. I mean, oh my gosh, it's just crazy with the technology. And then look at the steering wheel. Look at all the functions. I mean, for me, believe it or not, I haven't done a lot of time really reading every detail of the new F-150 truck, F-150 that is. And then what's pretty cool here is if you do put down your shifter, this here folds out to your whole workstation, which to me that's pretty cool. And then of course you got your console, which is pretty big. I wonder if that thing's air conditioned. You'd think they would do that with the all the technology. So it has all the accessory switches up here to add all your goodies, which is really neat. And so now what's interesting here is I'll probably let's go ahead and kill that. Engage the power tailgate. So let's see. You can do inside. There's a button to operate it, but can you do it out here? There it is. Look at that. So you take that. Wow, that's really nice. It's a great feature, incredible technology. Not like you're not paying for it for the amount of money this truck is. So thank goodness for that. Don't you just love the parking, the horn? Wow, look at all this technology. I mean, good Lord, man. Talk about overkill, right? It's gonna rain on my new truck. Cool, this thing's so, it's smooth, but at the same time, it still gives me that truck feel. You know, and maybe I'm just not in reality, because somebody probably be like, yeah, you're not in reality. Well, how many trucks do you have? How many cars do you have? I'd be like, yeah, I know. But I drove an F-150 down in Florida about a month ago, and you know, they're so damn nice. I mean, these trucks are so nice. They're literally like an SUV. I mean, it kind of takes a little bit of the truck feel away. That's what I do like about my heavy duty series. You know, you do get that beach up truck type of feel. And, you know, then, you know, don't get me wrong, for anybody that owns the new F-150 and even the previous, you know, generation, these are really nice vehicles. But you could probably say, yeah, I mean, these things just ride so comfortable, you kind of forget you're in a truck. But this Tremor, I just drove it just a little bit. I didn't really drive it that much, but just immediately, this seems to give a little bit more of that feel, of that kind of that roughy, toughy kind of truck feel a little bit more, and not radical, but at the same time, it just seems to have a little bit more of that truck type of attitude, if you know what I mean. So as we drive along here, you know, the one thing I would say about this is this, to me, it doesn't feel the greatest, if you can kind of know what I'm saying. It seems to me like it should have a little bit better feel, kind of plastic feel to me. Not the deal breaker, but the amount of money you spend on these vehicles, I kind of think that'd be just a little more classy. All right, well, I just came to an abrupt stop, and boy, the brakes are awesome. Oh, look at that, it has the lighting, so at nighttime. All right, now we're heading up to the highway to head back in, and this is a really bad road. This road is your typical concrete highway that falls apart and has all the freaking joints separate. And I'm going to tell you right now, this truck here is just eating up the bumps. You may feel like, hey, you're kind of bouncing around a little bit, but no way. When I drive my other vehicles through here, it's pretty significant. So this Tremor suspension is definitely soaking that up. Now that kind of brings a good point. I've had a few Raptors, and is this at the Raptor level? You know that's that's not going to be totally true, but at the same time, it does kind of give you a little bit of that Raptor suspension, you know, softness, but yet still kind of a firm truck-like feel. So I would say they did a pretty good job on, you know, once again, you can't say this is a Raptor truck, because anybody that owns or knows the Raptor truck, you know, no, it's not a Raptor, but it definitely does have that kind of eat up the bumps type of feel, which is really nice. Without taking away, you still kind of having that fun factor of the truck driving experience. Now, if you're paying attention to the speedometer, talk about having a magnifying glass in front of you. I mean, oh my gosh, look at this speedometer. I mean, can you see how fast you're going? Yeah, no excuses for speeding in this vehicle. Now, another thing, you can definitely tell there's no like exhaust noise in the truck. So she's definitely a quiet vehicle. So if you're the guy that's looking for that kind of that, you know, get into it, you know, exhaust note, you're not going to be happy in this truck. Even to the point like my Raptor, it had more of a deep, you know, tone to it. All right, something I really love about these Ford trucks is the adaptive cruise control. And since I've never, it may not be set up yet in the computer here, I don't know. Let's see here. Yep, so actually there it is. All right, we're doing 70 miles an hour. And you can see she's pretty quiet. And then she doesn't have real aggressive tires on her, so that's helping a lot. But what's interesting, this vehicle gets 2 miles per gallon less than, say, your King Ranch or a Platinum or a Limited or a Lariat or XLT. And it's, I guess it's, you know, I'd have to do my research on this, but the tire package and maybe possibly the gearing, which another nice feature here is that rear view mirror tints. So that's really nice. You know, typically your inside rear view mirror up there between the windshield that has that auto dimming feature, but it looks like this has actually outside driver tint or dimming, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, that right side doesn't look the same. Might not be able to see that in the video. Another really nice feature on this truck is the auto high beam. So you don't have to go back and forth turning the high beam off and on. And it's really good. It's very accurate. So when it has oncoming lights, it goes back to normal. Like it'll pop on for a minute. Then it's going to catch this truck up here. And there it goes. Went back to the low beam. It's a really nice feature. All right, hear that music? Yeah, I'll turn that off because that's copyright infringement. But wow, so far, awesome. I'm coming down the home stretch, getting home. And, you know, the power of this truck, being it's brand new, I'm not going to get into it, but it just feels perfect to me. You know, it's not underpowered by any means. And, you know, in all reality, would you know there's a V6 motor under here? You really wouldn't, because it doesn't kind of get that V6 noise, and which is kind of interesting because it's a little bit more apparent in your like Raptor truck where you kind of get into it and it you know, you get that V6 exhaust note and you kind of can hear it through the engine. But this here, I mean, honestly, I'd have to actually look at the sticker and I'd have to say this is a V8 motor, but it's not. But really the power of this truck is just really proportional and great. So I'll get some more road time here in the daytime and go over more details in the truck on my next video. So thanks for watching Ice Age TV.